So I was just on the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services website and came across this interesting data set, which is the provider of services. This contains data on characteristics of hospitals and other types of healthcare facilities, the name, address, characteristics, and stuff like that. They say the data is invaluable resource to a variety of stakeholders, which seems very interesting. It used to be paid, but now it is free. And it seems that the data is updated quarterly. It's broken down in two different files. It's available in CSV and flat files. One file is for the first 18 facility types and another file other. All right. So it's not too big, 1542 megabyte they say, so it's actually not a very large data set. These seems to be the file categories. So we have hospitals, nursing facilities, psychiatric residential treatment, lots of interesting stuff. And if we scroll down, here are the files. So we do have a flat file with the layout, so that's good. CSV, so we have two files, basically. One is flat, one CSV. So I'll download these CSV files on my computer, and then we'll see from there what we can find in there. So I've downloaded these two zip files on my computer, create a little dedicated directory for each of them. And let's see what we got. So we got these two zip files. When you unzip them, decompress them, each of them has three different files in there. One is the CSV data. Another one is a layout file. So that seems interesting for some metadata. And this update file. And the same thing for other. Okay. So let's start by opening this CSV file here. See what's in there. Go to the first record. There is quite a few variables. The names look okay. And there is data. This guy has 500,000 records. Not too bad. I can live with that. The other one, this is the other, December 2020. I gotta have to resize this window a little bit. Let me do that. So we can actually see what is in there. Here you go. So the other file looks similar. Also quite a few variables. What does this thing look like? Oops. A little bit of sparse data on these extra variables there. And these guys has 152,000 records. Smaller than the other one, all manageable. Let's take a peek at these other two things. The layout file. This is the layout. Ooh, this looks like a good old legacy layout file, good old text. So the good news is we do have a record layout. We have a description for these variables, a SAS name, a COBOL name. Oh, that tells you where this comes from. Good old COBOL. And they do also have code lists. This is actually not too bad. We can use these text files to recreate the metadata and turn that into something more computer friendly and standard friendly. I don't know if you want to do this by hand or write a little parser for this, but this is pretty good. I mean, at least it's a starting point. It's better than nothing. And I guess this one will be the same. Okay. Yep, same type, layout, description of variables. Not too bad. It's a good starting point. And what's in this update file? Okay, let's open that. This update file, okay, that's pretty. Comparison, September. I don't know what this means. And they say there are no difference between the two layouts. Okay, well, we probably only care about the latest one anyway at this point. So we're going to just import or work with the latest data set. So I assume this is similar. Yep. Just wonder what this thing is. All right. Well, what we're probably going to do from here is try to build some metadata around this. And there's two things I can do. We have a little utility that can probably generate some basic metadata out of the CSV file. I'm probably going to run that. And then I'm going to see what we can do with this layout file, whether we need to write a little parser to automate that conversion, or we do it by hand. But I think a parser might be a better approach. Okay. Well, let me think about that, and then we'll go into next steps shortly.